Hi, this is Vanessa and Kelly, and we're from CAPS, and we're here for week 2 to talk to you about our DBT workshop.
This week, we want to review dialectics. In DBT, a dialectic is the art of being able to balance two things that are in opposition. The biggest dialectic in DBT is balancing change versus acceptance. During this unprecedented time of social distancing and quarantine, DBT can help us balance many things.
First, we're going to talk about emotion regulation today, overall. And overall emotion regulation skills help us understand the functions of emotions, the action urges that accompany each emotion, and whether to heed or oppose those urges. They help reduce vulnerability to stress, increase resiliency against unwanted emotions, and improve overall health. There are 8 basic emotions: anger, sorrow, joy, surprise, fear, disgust, shame, and interest. Emotions have many jobs. Emotions help us to communicate and influence others. Emotions help us organize and motivate ourselves. Emotions also can be self-validating. So on this slide, we have a Venn diagram that explains what the skill finding wise mind is. And so what we're looking for is a mix of both emotion mind and reasonable mind. So the reasonable mind is the intellect mind, the thinking logical side of your brain. It's where you plan behavior, where you pay attention and focus your attention, using that logic to problem solve. Sometimes people associate the reasonable mind with behaviors that feel cold or turned down in intensity. The emotion mind is the opposite side. Thinking and behavior are controlled mostly by emotions. Logical thinking and planning are difficult. Facts may be distorted or made large or more important. Thoughts and behaviors feel hot, and the energy of these behaviors tend to match the intensity of those feelings. So when we mix the two, the overlap of reasonable mind and emotion mind is called wise mind. This is when you add intuition. It's a feeling of just knowing what is right, a sense that some people feel in their bodies. Sometimes it feels just right, the right thing to do or the right way for things to be. This is when we know we are in wise mind.
Feeling painful emotions, not surprisingly, can be very painful. This is why so many of us don't bother to do it. In other words, when we fight the pain, judge it, try to push it away, avoid it, ignore it, it actually triggers other painful emotions, resulting in even more emotional pain. So our goal is not to suppress the emotion. When we suppress emotions, they just get bigger. Emotions are not the problem. Urges and the intensity are the problems. So there are some steps that we can take for working with our emotions, including observing the emotion, noticing the emotion, naming the emotion, trying to get unstuck from the emotion, not judging the emotion, practicing loving the emotion. If not possible, then just practice tolerating the emotion, allowing our emotion to flow through us and release our emotions. And take a deep breath.
Using opposite action can help us get out of a funk. We can use this skill to harness the power of an emotion and change our behavior, which will then change our overall mood. In DBT, the opposite action skill is a deliberate attempt to act opposite of your emotion urge. So how do you do this? First, you use mindfulness to notice the emotion and any urges. Ask yourself, is this emotion justified or unjustified for the situation? Does the emotion fit the facts of the situation? So here are some examples. If the emotion is fear, if you feel afraid, approach the situation that gives you anxiety. Try confronting your fear. Do things to increase your sense of control and build mastery over your fear. You can repeatedly expose yourself to what you are afraid of in order to desensitize yourself. Here's another example, using anger in opposite action. If you're mad, take a brief vacation from the situation or person that you're angry with. This means avoiding someone who you're frustrated with if you feel the urge to attack them. Also consider deep breathing exercises to calm down. Try to have sympathy or empathy for the other person. Find that kernel of truth that you are able to focus on in order to feel even a small amount of sympathy. Lastly, we'll talk about sadness. To use the opposite action for sadness, if you're feeling down, approach, don't avoid the situation you're upset with. Similar to dealing with fear, you want to build mastery over your emotion. Don't isolate yourself from others. Do something to keep yourself busy.
We hope to do a series of short videos introducing you to DBT skills. Next up, we will learn about interpersonal skills, including the,
It's okay. We're going to go ahead and let you know that CAPS has crisis available services 24 hours a day. We have our hotline 407-823-2811, and we are still open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We are now accepting new clients, and so if you've never been seen at CAPS before, please feel free to give us a call during business hours, and we can get you set up for telemental health services. We also are very active on social media and are always posting videos on our YouTube channel and sharing them. So please feel free to take a look at the other things that we're doing and reach out to us if you have an idea or suggestion of something that you would like to see. Take care.